Another update from Goldie. This is the 25th of October. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to do another one after this one. I'm going to leave it for a week, but I'm sure if you look at that, that's looking brilliant. A bit restless because I've just put him in the tank. If you can catch his pec fin there, that's also looking better on the top. That was all round his pec. The little scale he lost, that's just looking a little bit red, so I'll treat that again today. I can't get him, obviously he's restless. As regards underneath his pec, I don't know until I get him out. But I'm hoping it's working. His tail's looking fine. A little split in the bottom, but I think that's keep netting him. I've got no other option really, but I'm trying to catch him using that pec. He's using it a little bit, look. Not as much, but not as much as the other one. That's understandable really. So I'll wait for him to go to sleep and then I'll get him out. I'll just monitor. Yeah, you can see it now, look. Little nick there on his head. On his shoulder. Yeah, I'll get him out and then I'll do just a quick review on his underneath his pec. It's best to record him in the water. That's looking a hell of a lot better. He ties deep and as raw as it was. And if I can hold him underneath here now, you can see the whiteness coming back in his flesh. And on his pec here, I think a lot of that was the potassium. The PP, when I put that on, that's just burnt his skin. I'm not too sure about this little bit there, but that might need cutting out, but I ain't going to do that. If you can see his wound, you can't really catch him because you've got that reflection. No matter there's that. One of the reflection from somewhere now. It's looking a lot better. Them two little black pieces you can see there, they're like a bone, and they've curled under almost like a fishing hook. Now I spoke to Dave about cutting them off, but the only thing I got, if I cut them off where there's them curled under like that and them in the flesh, I don't think it's hurting so much. I think I've said this before in another video. If I have, I apologise. If I snap them off or cut them off, then it's going to be, because I'm a thin bone, it's going to be that type poking into the muscle, if that makes sense, folks. So I've decided to leave them. That's what they are, them bones, them, and two little black marks. But that skin looks a lot whiter than what it was. So I'm going to get him out and treat him, folks. As you can see, what I'm doing, I'm leaving tissue on the wounds, just wrapped round, double folded underneath to dry it out. The same on his little pec fin here to dry that out. And I dry that out now. And then I pour that tamidine, which you've seen me do before. So I just thought I'd show you that. Rather than trying to do one at a time, I've got the tissue on each one, so when I come to treat it, I'm already dry. Look at that, folks. That's looking amazing. It really is. I've just soaked that in tramidine and that. And this, you know, so I put tramidine on my gloves so I don't do it underneath. The same as here. It's on my gloves, I can treat underneath. I have flipped him over, even underneath there, folks. In his joint there. He looks bad now because he's got tramidine in. But there's just a little speck above there and that little speck there. So I'm going to crack on and get him back in the water, folks. Okay. Sod's Law aeroplane's coming over. That to me, not looking much different if I'm honest. Reflection right on the camera line. That's better. It's turning white if I'm honest. Yeah, it is. The redness is giving out of it. Thankfully it's only that bit that's damaged on him. Hopefully I've got him into him. So I'll let him go to sleep and treat him. Like I said, I ain't gonna This is now the 4th treatment. I started last Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, today's Tuesday. So this is his 5th treatment. So what I'm going to do, I'll leave it for a week. Rather than keep showing you the same video, I'll leave it for a week and then get an update on how them getting on. But you can see on Goldie he's changing a hell of a lot. And that one, just he's only had 1 week and he's doing better already. I've got him out the water. And he's got some damage to there. So I'm going to try and address that. I never noticed that before. See how that goes. That don't look too bad at all. I'm going to get him done anyway. Get him back in the water. What a clunker. Right then folks, they've both been treated. There they are swimming together, look. Sharing each other's stories, no doubt. They am swimming about. I'll tell you what I have found, folks. With that wax, you don't need to heat the spoon up very much. As soon as you see it starting to turn into a liquid, mix it with your finger and you'll find the bit that's hard or mix with the bit that's liquidy. And you can feel, people are probably thinking, well, you will feel if you're touching that glove. Trust me, you do. But just mix it until it's cooled down. Now, the problem I've got with this wax is when you put it on the fish, it does take quite a while for it to, when it's on the spoon, it turns back to like a wax within seconds. But when it's on the fish, maybe it's because you want to get them back in the water, it just seems to be taking ages. And I think sometimes when I've put them back in, the wax ain't gone cold enough, and I think it's coming off the fish. I don't know how much I dry them. So that's one thing I find a bit awkward with it. I don't know whether you can actually see. You can actually see like the waxy oily residue on the water. In fact, there's a piece of wax. There the planes again, look. There's actually, oops, a piece of wax there. It's come off. What can you do? Now what I'm going to try and do, folks, is, let me zoom back out again. What I'm going to try and do next time, it's Tuesday today, so Thursday, please don't do what I'm going to do. There ain't nothing on both fish. I don't know what it's called, but the main bone, if you like, at the bottom of the fin, looks like it's coming away from the actual fin itself. So what my thinking is putting a little bit of super glue on it, because I'm thinking if I'm swimming about and they're moving that fin, it's going to be able to heal it. So I'm trying to film the fish. Just that many reflections. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting some super glue and just putting a dab of super glue on, just to keep the fins together. And I've noticed a couple of splits in Goldie's fin. Which is getting damaged, getting him in and out of that net. But he's swimming around. I'll get him some mealworms the other day, because I got fluke treatment in, so I was told not to feed them, which I ate. But they was all trying to eat stuff off the bottom and what have you, so I thought, well, I'll just try them on some mealworms, because then it's just natural food rather than pellet. So it's just an update, folks. All the other fish seem okay. It's hard to treat every single fish when there's 20 of them. It was alright when I was with my daughter Tina helping me. She works for A&E, so it was she'd got a week off last week, so she was able to help me. So the two worst ones is the ones I've been treating. So the other fish were just minor, and I mean minor signs. And of course, you know more. It's hard when you're looking from the top, folks. if you've got a window you can see them. I'd have seen goldie a level lot earlier, but anyway, there's a little bit more wax there, look. Just picking my finger up, yeah, I can just see it there now floating. Look, that's a bit more wax that's come off. It's quite. I let it go cold enough, but you just try and get your fish back in the water. And something else as well, what I've had to do and struggle, I'll just show you. Excuse me. I've had to try and kneel down there, and I've been holding the fish there until they've. You can tell I'm a fisherman, and I've always done it with my car. I am a specimen fisherman, I've said before. So I'm trying to film this side. They've gone the other side now. When I turn on the other side, I'm getting another bridge and swimming. Oh, they're coming under now. Yeah, I'm a fisherman, so regardless putting fish straight back in the pool, I never have done. You know, they're coming now. I've always held them until they've got the. You know, if you're a fisherman, you know when the fish is ready to go, it swims off itself. So that's what I've done with them too today. Well, I've done it the last few days, to be honest with you. Before I've just put them in the pool because, like I say in my video, and I've showed you in my video how awkward it is for me to try and treat my fish. They are all swimming about now. I ain't got none rising at the bottom, so hopefully I'm winning. So that's the update on the treatment, folks. Here's the first fish I treated. I don't know whether you can look, if you can just see down the side there, if it comes out the hairstone, you can just see a patch on the side. I don't, you can't pick it up. You can't pick it up with the reflection. See me now, look spooked. See if I can go on this side. I put some ulcer seal on that one. You can just see that patch there, look on the side. There's one side, you know, it's turning around for me, look. One side, one the other. Just a slight blemish on the skin, so on the one side. You can see that patch now, look, it's ulcer seal. And just a slight, one was where the scale had come off. Yeah, they're all spout now, look. But anyway, it's back in the water. Keep it around. That wax stuff, I must admit, is good stuff, but it's so hard. It's so hard to get it right. And here's Goldie, back in, swimming about. Had to hold Goldie up just to bring him around a little bit. Yeah, using that peck at the minute, look. Probably tender now because I've messed with it. But I've been using it. Yeah, look, it's pretty hard. Here it goes. Not as much as it should be, but it's got to be really painful for her, I suppose. That wax stuff is good, but it's so hard to keep on. And then when you put them in the water, it's when you pick them up and try and put them back in the water, you roll them over. Obviously you try and grab it under her head, or him under her head, his head, and then you catch the parts that you've treated. It's really hard. But anyway, then back in the water swimming about, that's the main thing. Just thought I'd keep it updated, folks.